Hey, good morning everyone. This is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for Monday, March 18th. Interesting day today. I think it's going to be... I feel like it's kind of going to be an empowering day. I think it's going to be a good one. Hi, baby. Want to be in the video today? Oh, look at you. Look at you, you're silly. Okay. Hi, everyone. Say hi. Hi. Oh, now you camera shy, huh? Sorry, this is Kiona, my little baby. Do you want to look at the camera? Look, say hi to everyone. So like I say, empowering day. I got you. Yeah. Going to be an interesting day. Hi, ma'am. Yeah, I know you're all excited. You're all excited here. Sit over here. Hold up. As you knock all my cards all over the place. Little cutie. Sorry about that. Interesting day. So we have a couple aspects I want to dive into and talk about. I'm going to start with our rune first. So we got Nadiz today as our rune. It is a fire rune. So it could definitely, I'm feeling for some people this is going to be about romance and could be a little love situation kind of popping up. When I pulled it, I kind of thought of, and this before like I even saw it, like I was just pulling it out of the bag, the song by Rihanna, and I don't remember, I can't remember the name of it, but it was the one where, you know, we found love in a hopeless place. That, like, particular phrase popped up in my head. And that is kind of something this room talks about when it is talking about relationships and romance and things like that. It is kind of about finding love in a difficult situation. Whether, you know, meeting is difficult, you or the other person or both of you may be in a difficult kind of spot just in life when you guys come together. A lot of times there's something around this relationship that, you know, needs to be overcome, and it will. So for some of us that could be a thing. I think for a lot of us what really is coming up today for this rune is the self-reliance. It's the focusing on our needs, doing what makes us happy, following our joys, kind of throwing off outside opinions. You know, it's not, this rune really is, in a way it's a little selfish, but not in a I'm better than you kind of way. It's like I have needs that need to be met, and I cannot even begin to take care of anybody else's until I take care of mine. That's really kind of what's coming up for most of us, I think, with this rune. And it lines up with a lot of the aspects we have today. Sorry, I feel like my hair is all over the place. I'm like hopping into bed right after I film this, so I'm just kind of like... We have one square, we have one opposition, and we have two trines. And I think the two trines are really helping to get us over the hump with the other two aspects. So let's talk about the hard ones first. So we have an opposition with Venus. Our moon is in opposition to Venus. Not necessarily the worst thing. Sometimes it can make us a little moody. Biggest thing here, because it is the moon and Venus, a lot of times there's a dissatisfaction on an emotional level. It could be dissatisfaction in, you know, in a relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, but there's something there on an emotional level that just doesn't feel right. It isn't fulfilling to us, and we're left a little empty, which is kind of where that moodiness comes up. The square we have is it's the moon square Mars. This one, definitely something I want you guys to be aware of, because whenever it's triggering our Mars, so it kicks up that warrior energy in us, right? So it can make us super moody. You know, we have a fuse that's about this long and we lit it last week. You know, like we're just ready to pop. So we can be very quarrelsome with this, you know, with this particular energy. Combine that with maybe some moodiness and dissatisfaction from the aspect with Venus. You know, some person says the wrong thing and we're going to be gone. Actually, I feel like it could go one of two ways. Either, you know, our temper's going to light just like that, and, you know, we're just going to throw it at someone and hopefully they don't lose an eye, you know, or it'll trigger the Mars aspect in a slightly different way, and you could become super self-indulgent, you know. So someone could say something, you get stuck in your feels, you get really hurt and really upset and really angry. You're either going to throw it at them, or you might throw it at yourself and become really indulgent. You might self-medicate. You know, you may reach for, you know, some type of, you know, addictive substance kind of thing. You know, for me it would be ice cream and cake. Like, that I'll feel better after, you know, 5, 6, 7 cakes. It's fine. Not the greatest way to handle your problems, right? So just something to be aware of so you don't slip too far down that slope. What we have to help us, because honestly, even in tough aspects like this, the universe is never trying to destroy us. It's always trying to help us grow and push us to be better. Along with these two kind of opportunity aspects, we have two that are coming into support. First one, our moon is making a trine to Jupiter. Amazing, our most benefic planet, helping to bring us opportunity, helping to bring us support, helping to bring us peace. This particular aspect is really focused on your happiness and your joy. That is a great way to shift your energy. So your personal happiness should be top of the list today. If there's something that's challenging, not feeling right, definitely if it's triggering that emotional dissatisfaction, find some time to do something you enjoy. Shift the focus. A lot of times this aspect does bring like good people, happy disposition. So I feel like there may be some things that trigger you, but there's also going to be someone there that can help lift you back out of it and support you and be your little cheerleader as well. So you have both energies to play with. So if one gets too hard, go find another friend to play with for a bit, right? Then we have, I think the most exciting, and the one that I'm most excited about, the moon is also making a trine to Uranus. This is great. This particular rune can sometimes talk about moods and talk about some changes in moods, but these changes usually lead to some opportunity to help you to evolve, some kind of shift, whether it's internally where it's a shift in your own beliefs and how you see things and your perspective. It may even be some way to interact differently and do something differently. Maybe you join a new group, or you shift roles within a current one, or you just I always walk to work this way. Maybe I'm going to go this way, and you find some great opportunity or meet someone and connect with someone there. Great shifts. Also with Uranus being aspected, kind of like our rune, there's a big focus on self-reliance. I kind of feel like today is going to be a good day to kind of just do your own thing. Especially because it sounds like the emotional connections may be a little dissatisfying today. It might be better to just be solo today. Focus on what you want to do, what you need to do, work on your to-do list. Maybe a good day just to kind of do you and not reach out as much. Some days we need to just disconnect and take care of business. Trying to see if there's anything else I can think of. I think that's pretty much the most of it. My advice, just to use that energy, is really kind of work on your own efforts. I think you'll find the most success there. All right, let me tilt this down. We'll pull some cards. All right, let me grab a few. Kind of decided to kick a few off, so I got a few that ran away. She kicked off a good one. We're going to keep that. Everyone else landed face down. She landed face up, so we're going to keep her. We'll save you for later, my friend. All right. So we are going to start with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I was kind of feeling this because we had so many lunar aspects today that I was like, you know what? Moon's got something to show us. I hope you guys are all surviving this retrograde so far. This one, for me personally, it's been a pretty decent one. Hasn't been too crazy. Had a few camera hiccups. Maybe a few emails were a little funky, but on the whole, it wasn't too bad. I was kind of into it. All right. You know what? I kind of feel another one. All right, love this. So first one out, discernment. Discernment, love this energy. Makes me think very Queen of Swords. And then we also have release. Love these two together. So both kind of waning crescent phases. We will be in, actually no, I take that back. This guy is waxing. Totally lied. We are, you know, we're almost up to full moon, so we're kind of in this energy of discernment, which I think is great, you know, especially considering the energies I was just talking about, the self-reliance, kind of focusing on your needs. You know, it's almost like this is our moment of discernment. We're going through these relationships. You know, some of them we may just be unsatisfied because we may just be in a moody place, but I bet you if you really get honest and look at some things, you know, there are some relationships are just fine just because they're not necessarily good enough for us. They're not giving us exactly what it is we need. This is a great time to kind of take an assessment, take a step back, you know, because we're talking about our needs. So take a step back, step out of the circle so you can see everything and really look at what is and isn't serving you. I think that's where this discernment card is coming up, because I think when we're in the circle, we're a little clouded. We're too distracted by all these interactions, and you know, okay, I need to help you with this. I'm gonna be there for you for that. I gotta take care of this. You need me for this, and da 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 da. You know, you're kind of in the haze. So if you can step out of that, so you can see a little clearer, and see, you know, have a broader field of vision. You really get to see what relationships, you know, are using you, which relationships are abusing you, and which ones are, you know, really cherishing you. And then I think, especially with the full moon coming up, we are going to have that moment to release. I think we're getting into this release energy. And again, this release can be, I'm using this as an example just for, you know, interpersonal connections. This release could also be about personal things. Hi, Leo. You know, this discernment could also be about our own behaviors, our own inner beliefs and thoughts that we need to release. I think this is really setting us up for this new moon. For this full moon, where we really get to let go of a few things. And I do think there's going to be this moment of transformation that's coming with this release. I say that for multiple reasons, but one of the reasons it's kind of coming through strong, you can kind of see, you know, the figure in this card, yes, she is releasing. It's kind of like she's popping open her heart chakra. But you can see that there's little butterflies coming out. Butterflies are always a symbol for metamorphosis and change as they grow, you know, from a little caterpillar into a butterfly. That's essentially what's happening to all of us. We're kind of freeing ourselves up of any remaining like leftover baggage, anything that's holding us back, because we need to be free. We need to be free. And that's kind of what this card is talking about. So we got the Princess of Wands. This is that spark. This is that, you know, passion, desire, that like, I always think of like puppy love and infatuation. I think this is almost the desire just to run wild and just to get out and be and do, you know, whatever that is to you. I think this is coming up as a big focus on how do we, you know, kind of unleash. Like this is the spark that sets off the wildfire. Okay, I'm gonna hold you as like special advice. Let you guys take a peek at that. Hang on there. Let's see. Oh my god, this is too good. So look at that. Bottom of the deck right now. Queen of Wands. I love that. I feel like this reading is really about the evolution. So right now we're trying to unleash the princess. How do we get the princess all the way up to queen status? I love this. So good. Alright, yeah, we'll leave you face that. Alright, so what's going on today? Beautiful. So first card out, the alien. So this is the Starman Tarot. The alien here kind of replaces the hermit. Similar message, but it's slightly different. You know, you think about like Ancient Aliens if you've ever watched that show. You know, this card is really about, you know, think of like this alien coming to give you messages on how to improve, how to do things better. You know, advanced sciences, new technology. These are messages, again, to help you grow, to help you be better. And they're coming internally. So this is a time to go within. This is a time, you know, to shut out the outside voices. Again, it's kind of that theme of, you know, take a step back, kind of be, you know, have a little solo mission today, because it's going to let you see these, it'll let you see these things a lot clearer. It'll also let you receive these messages and understand, you know, how things are changing. Honestly, I want to say this is how you are changing. You know, almost like this alien, you know, is upgrading your genetic structure. Like you are about to evolve to another form. You know, so this isolation, I almost want to say it's like, you know, with the butterfly, it's like you going into your chrysalis. Like you're going into your little chrysalis and you're going to turn to goop and then come back out as this, you know, crazy, wonderful spectacle of a being. Got the Lover's card. So this could be you. You could be, you know, this may be really connecting to my Geminis. You guys might be going through some things. Definitely possible with Mercury in retrograde. You guys are probably feeling it the most and really going on a really powerful internal journey. So this could be for all my Geminis out there, anyone watching. I feel like this shift may also be about opening you up emotionally and making yourself vulnerable and available. Emotionally, you guys might be a little closed off and not be in, you know, this mode of receiving. This is going to help to open you up. Ooh, yep. So 5 of Wands, this is inner conflict. This is something we're trying to deal with on an internal level. This is something, I don't think this is something that's past. I do think this is a current situation that we're kind of working through. I don't think it's the hardest thing that we have to go through, but it's just, I almost want to say it's like self-doubt. You know, it could even be, you know, questioning your self-worth. Might be something that's popping up here. Maybe a little bit of fear for some people, but I think this is really setting up to kind of quiet this storm. Yes, yes it is. 6 of Swords, moving to calmer waters, moving out of distrust, moving out of dis-ease. So definitely, if you can open up, just allow yourself to be vulnerable, even if it's just being vulnerable with yourself, being honest and allowing yourself to say the things you need to hear, you know, to really listen and contemplate what has been going on in your life. Honestly, it's going to make you, it's almost like it's making you one half of the Lovers. Like it's getting you to the place you need to be to attract in, you know, the counterpart, if that's what we're talking about for some of you. Other than that, it's helping you to balance your own masculine and feminine energies inside of yourself. So you, like, your subconscious and your conscious minds aren't at war with each other. Moving into peace. I'm still kind of getting this idea that we are evolving and coming out as a new form. The top of this card, there's like a little fetus. Hopefully it'll kind of focus so you can see that. But there's like a little fetus right at the top of this card. Almost like this alien is putting you in a chrysalis. And I don't know, I'm getting a little sciencey right now, but I don't know how many of you guys know this, but a butterfly, when it goes into a chrysalis, it's not like it's a caterpillar and it just gets skinnier and then sprouts wings. The caterpillar actually completely breaks down into like goop, like literally like slime, like it's just like liquid. And then somehow this liquid forms itself into a butterfly. Like it's not like the caterpillar just grows wings. Like legit, it like completely melts down and then is completely rebuilt. I kind of feel like that's what's happening here with this metamorphosis, with this growth. 7 of Pentacles, waiting, patience. To me, this is also the card of, you know, doing the work, you know, and doing the work in a sense where the work's already been done. We've planted the crops, we've taken care of everything. You know, now we're just waiting for everything to blossom. And you can kind of see at the bottom of the card, there's this flower kind of popping up through the ground. But it's interesting here, it's not necessarily growing. You can see it's like the ground shattered. There's like this hole, like this void underneath, and the flowers coming out of it. You know, I always think that with the alien card, not necessarily the Hermit card, but this particular card, the alien card, you know, this alien comes from the void. And we've been talking about the void for a lot. If you watched my dailies from last week, I even posted a video called The Void. You know, seeing the image this way, this, again, it's the void opening up and the gifts coming through, you know, that spirit is trying to hand over. But again, you need to be in this cycle of receiving. If you're too busy fighting within yourself, you're not even going to notice what's going on here. God, Jesus. And then last card out, the Emperor. This, I think, is going to manifest in many ways. So is the card of Aries. Could be dealing with an Aries. You could be an Aries. Your partner could be an Aries. Could be something dealing with that. You know, I think for some people watching this reading, you know, this, I talked about relationships earlier. This could be your Emperor coming in. You know, this is someone that's coming to take care of you and support you and guide you. You know, this, again, this Emperor could be part of this abundance, part of this gift that's coming out of the void. Oh, that like, I feel like I just got like gut punch, like my stomach just went like, oh. Sorry about that. But yeah, so he could be part of the gifts, he could be part of the abundance. This could also just be your energy. You know, instead of putting it into this fighting and this quarreling, you know, this could be you rising up in your own power. You know, finding control for yourself. You know, taking things into your hand. I kind of almost feel like hopefully this will focus. You can kind of see there's like this glowing silhouette like in this cave in the back. Kind of watching over the Emperor. It's giving me strong alien vibes. It's like the alien looking out. You know, maybe the alien was the one who gave you the blueprint to build this gateway. Who knows? Just saying. But definitely, Divine is really sending you guys a lot of messages. And with this aspect to Uranus, I shouldn't say you guys, it's all of us really. This aspect with Uranus, it does heighten sensitivity. You know, it's almost like Uranus is like the antennas, so the signal is going to be very, very strong today. So not surprising that there's going to be a chance for some major downloads today. And again, I don't think you're going to hear those downloads if you know, are being super, super social and surrounded by chatter. You know, it's like listening to the wrong station. So again, I do think today, great day to kind of sit with yourself and process. If you do have, you know, something social, I would say keep it real tight. You know, just a few people and people who, you know, you really hold close to you. Like this is a real inner circle type of day. And it's really because you want to be able to be focusing on these messages that are coming through. If you are one into meditation, today also a great day to kind of sit in silence and process and meditate on what's happening and downloads and all that fun stuff, because there is a big shift coming. And this is just getting us into that cycle of reciprocity, of giving and receiving, so that we are giving where we need to give and taking care of whatever business we need to take care of, but leaving ourselves open and vulnerable and accepting to what's coming in our way as well. All right, I'm going to wrap the reading here. Exciting energy as we move into, we have I think the full moon is on Wednesday, if I remember correctly. I think it's coming up on Wednesday, and it's very soon, so super excited. Definitely get some intentions ready. You know, this release is coming sooner than you think. It'll be here any day now. All right, my loves, I'm going to send you out. As always, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you subscribe and join us here. Definitely great to subscribe and hit the notification bell right now. Tomorrow, well, I guess today, it's after midnight. I am going to start filming the end of the month predictions I talked about. Some of them may end up going up tomorrow. Definitely they should be up over the next, you know, few days before the last week. And then I'll start filming the April predictions. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have the notification bell so you can see when your sign pops up. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. And as always, I appreciate every like, every comment. Anything you want to share or questions you have for me, drop them in the comment section below. If you want to book a private session, all that info will be in the description box. All right, my loves, I'm going to send you out. Take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.